guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called Iconic Canadian Foods You Need to Try Before You Die. So yeah, I want to try them all. I have no idea what they are, but yeah, sure, it's food. It seems delicious. So yeah, I'm there for it. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
Does fried dough topped with peanut butter, chocolate, and Reese's Pieces sound absolutely delicious to you? What about a perfectly made bagel with a surprising hint of sweetness? If you said yes, then you might just be a fan of Canadian cuisine.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
One of the most famous Canadian culinary exports is undoubtedly poutine. This Quebecois dish consists of French fries topped with cheese curds and gravy. The demand for poutine—
It's an actual bowl. I didn't know, I thought it was sort of a side dish or something that came in a plate separate, but no, it's a bowl. Okay.
Is so immense that major fast food chains like McDonald's and Burger King have included it on their Canadian menus.
What?
And there's even an—
I think it's a little weird though to have a burger with poutine, but maybe it's a side dish. I know, it's just weird. I'm trying to imagine eating a burger and then this. I don't know, it seems very heavy.
Annual Major League Poutine Eating Contest. Poutine's origins are hotly
Is it similar to a pie eating contest?
debated, with many restaurants understandably wanting to claim to be the spot that started the sensation. But it just seems wrong to fight about this when there's so much—
Yeah, what's the history there? Supposedly a restaurant created it. I would assume it was just sort of people before restaurants even existed.
Deep-fried, gravy-covered, cheesy goodness to go around.
Poutine has gone from a Quebec snack bar favorite to a standout dish in many restaurants.
Do they also serve this at fancy restaurants? I would love to know.
Almost every country in the world has some version of a meat pie. Britain has steak and kidney, and empanadas are the stuffed pastry of choice throughout Latin America. Americans, of course, are big fans of a good old-fashioned chicken pot pie.
Yeah.
As for Canadians, they love a delicious tourtière. Tourtière is a baked meat pie that consists of a bottom layer of pie pastry and a meat-filling center. Then it's topped with another covering of pie pastry before being baked in an oven. The meats used for tourtière are traditionally pheasant, rabbit—
Okay, so no cheese. I thought it had cheese, but okay, yeah, it looks good.
moose, or pigeon, though more contemporary versions can include pork,
A moose? I'm not even going to. Oh my god.
beef, or veal. It's traditionally served during the
Yeah, I would assume it's beef or chicken or what's the other? Or yeah, I mean those meats are I think more similar or common to, I don't know, just a normal kind of thing you would eat. But oh my god, moose? Meat moose?
holidays, which makes sense as the spice mix includes cinnamon, clove, allspice, and nutmeg. Our
Also, they eat this during the holidays, during Christmas. That sounds good.
favorite tourtière-related tradition is that it's
Is
meant
it a French thing? Because the name is giving me French vibes.
to be shared with family and friends. It doesn't get much more Canadian than that, eh? It's hard to think of Canadian food and not have maple syrup pop into your head. After all, the country's flag features the maple leaf as the bright and beaming center of attention, and deservedly so. As of 2020, Canada is reportedly the world's leading producer and exporter of maple products, accounting for 79% of the—
I think the only ones that produce this are the USA and Canada, and obviously Canada is leading it. So of course they're going to be number one.
global market. Maple syrup and maple sugar products are created from the gathering and cooking of maple tree sap, which is collected by the tapping of the trees. These techniques were originally discovered by indigenous peoples and later adopted by French settlers. Maple syrup is—
Canadian natives still sort of do this, or do they still use or eat maple syrup?
so prevalent in Canada that it's sneaked its way into many otherwise traditionally unsweetened foods and beverage items, such as tea bags and protein powder. Of course, it's
A tea flavored maple? What? That seems weird to me.
and in the dessert industry is also significant, with treats like maple cookies and maple candies readily available for Canucks with a sweet tooth.
I want
Your mom
to
didn't
try
teach you
that
how
so
to
badly.
chug? Come on, Thorn. Come on, Thorn. Oh.
The beaver tail is a Canadian national treasure. From British Columbia
It's a
to Nova
beaver?
Scotia,
Oh.
so many Canadians have a soft spot
Okay, this seems like a pastry. For 1 second, I thought it was an actual beaver tail, and I got scared for 1 second.
for this chewy treat, made from hand-stretched wheat dough. While the traditional version is topped with a simple dusting of cinnamon and sugar, the
Cinnamon
beaver
roll,
tail
okay.
has evolved over the years into more than just a dessert, depending on where you are in Canada.
Well, what could it
For
be more than a
example, in
dessert?
Vancouver, you can get a salmon tail, which substitutes the standard sweet topping for a combination of cream cheese and capers.
Every time they mention tails and animals, I'm thinking there's an actual it's meat, not a dough.
Mont Tremblant, you can pick up a ham and cheese tail or a steak top tail. A specialty of Halifax is the triple trip beaver tail,
What?
which is topped with peanut butter, chocolate, and Reese's Pieces.
I want to try that one so badly. That would be my number one favorite.
There's even a popular Canadian restaurant chain called Beaver Tails, which has been
Oh.
serving up this iconic indulgence since
Oh my
1978.
god! I want to go there so badly.
The butter tart is one sugary sweet dessert that certainly deserves its highly esteemed reputation. A traditional
Okay.
Canadian butter tart is a tiny pastry with a wonderfully runny or semi-solid center. The filling
Oh.
is made from butter, sugar, syrup, and egg, then
Okay.
poured into a pastry shell and baked until the filling is semi-solid or runny.
It reminds me a little bit of those Portuguese tarts, but similar, not the same.
Depending on your preference. And then it's finished off with a crunchy top. As noted by Food Bloggers of Canada, the Women's Auxiliary of the Royal Victoria Hospital Cookbook
Okay,
contains
so-
the first documented recipe for butter tarts. Published
real.
in 1900 in Barrie, Ontario, this appears to be the source that started it all. The original versions were made with maple sugar, freshly churned butter, and dried fruit, such as
Maple sugar, what is that? But I don't know that is, but I want to have it.
raisins or currants. They gained popularity in the 1920s, and the rest is beautifully buttery history. Much
look
like the
good.
butter tart, the Nanaimo bar is yet another deliciously decadent Canadian dessert.
Okay,
Constructed
so
of a
chocolate?
graham cracker crumb and shredded coconut base,
Ooh.
a custard-flavored butter icing in the center, and a chocolate ganache on top.
Oh my
The
god.
Nanaimo bar is a 3-layered, no-bake delight that's famous throughout the country.
Okay,
the
delicious.
Nanaimo bar is so popular that its origins are hotly disputed, as everyone wants a
If that's it, you know it's good. Everyone wants to claim it as they created this.
piece of the coconutty credit. According to legend, a group of friends from Nanaimo, British Columbia,
Oh, it's a
found the
place.
recipe in the Vancouver Sun. At the time, it was known as chocolate fridge cake, and the friends changed the name in honor of their hometown. The recipe made its way throughout
I doubt that's the original sort of story, but sure, let's go with that.
the province's communities, circulated by housewives and home bakers.
It seems easy because from what I understand, it's no baking, so it's just fridge. I think it sounds really easy to make.
This story's validity is unconfirmed, but it has a nice ring to it, so we'll
Sure.
happily spread it. The bars enjoyed a rise to fame during Expo 86 in Vancouver, and
it's
they've been a
recent.
national jewel ever since.
Sort of
People
recent
there
though.
seem to take the Nanaimo bar very seriously.
Montreal's
Well, sure, if it's a dessert that you're very proud of course you're gonna take it seriously.
travel website describes the city's signature smoked meat as a beef brisket that's often piled high between rye bread
Ooh,
and
rye
served
bread.
with mustard and a fresh dill pickle.
Oh, that
Unlike
looks
New
good.
York style pastrami,
Yeah.
Montreal smoked meat uses the entire brisket, whereas the NYC deli equivalent is taken from the much leaner navel cut. The spice mix is also different, with pastrami heavier on the sugar and Montreal meat relying more on black peppercorn and other spices.
Oh.
Montreal smoked
Okay, so it's seasoned. I thought it was just salt and pepper.
meat is so popular that it's now popping up in many other
Okay, it's very
culinary
popular?
preparations, such as a top poutine and as a pizza topping. Many deli counters
well,
and restaurants in
Those, I think, the pizza one, I think is very extreme, but sure.
Montreal all claim to have the best version.
Is
It's a hotly debated
Honestly though, it looks good, but I think it's just a lot of meat in one sandwich.
topic, but we think the only responsible choice is to hop on a plane to Montreal and decide for yourself.
Sure.
Now, this would be a lot easier to eat if I wasn't getting the stink eye from the gentleman behind the camera. Yes, I'll save you half.
It's
Jumping
quite
into the
small, though.
sugar-coated fun of the other delicious desserts on this list, Saskatoon berry pie is a regional trademark
A
of
berry
Western
pie.
Canada. The tasty appeal of these berries, which grow from the plains to the coast of British Columbia, dates all the way back to their use by Canada's Indigenous peoples.
Oh, wow.
They were often ground into a paste and dried for winter storage. They've
Okay.
since made a name for themselves in the Canadian pastry world, and interestingly enough, they're protected by the Catalogue of Foods known as the International Ark of Taste.
I have no idea what's that, but sure, it's protected somehow.
Saskatoon berries are similar to blueberries in both appearance and flavor,
Yeah,
though
those
they're
are similar.
harder and have smaller seeds. They are also
Oh.
drier and earthier in flavor. Served
they're
in many
drier.
Saskatchewan and Alberta pastry shops and confectionaries, the famous Saskatoon berry pie is
Oh, they sell it ready to bake or just bake. That seems very convenient.
made from flour, pastry, butter, eggs, and of course, Saskatoon berries.
Yeah, that's a special
Often
part.
paired with vanilla ice cream or whipped
Ooh.
cream, this pie is a Canadian
Hello.
culinary treasure.
Lots of Saskatoon berries, yeah. And
If you grew up in the United States, chances are you know pea meal bacon as Canadian bacon. Unlike its fattier
It's not
cousin
bacon,
that
right?
consists of strips of belly, the pea meal variety is lean pork loin that's been brined and rolled in cornmeal. During
What?
the mid
Cornmeal?
1800s, Canada would export its pork to England, which was experiencing a shortage at the time. For preservation
Oh.
purposes, the pork was rolled
How'd you get a shortage of this? People were just eating it by great numbers, or maybe the pigs died.
in ground yellow peas, which is where the name pea meal comes from. Sometime later, the ground peas were
Oh.
swapped for cornmeal, but
Of
the name
course.
stuck, at least in Canada. For Americans, though, it will always be known as
It's
Canadian,
Canadian
bacon.
bacon.
From Eggs Benedict to baked beans, the possibilities for pea meal bacon are endless. And you
That's
may
crazy.
already be a fan yourself, even
Oh, that's why it looks raw. Oh, okay.
if you're only just now learning about the correct name. The classically Canadian Caesar cocktail may be a drink instead of a food, but it's so often
Is that a
served
Bloody
with
Mary?
edible
What is that?
garnishes that we decided it was safe to count it, especially since it's basically a magic potion for curing a hangover. Sometimes
Where I've heard this before, the myth of a Bloody Mary or something similar, it cures hangovers. Is there actual science backing this up? Because I highly doubt this.
it's known as the Bloody Caesar, this drink is made of vodka, clam juice, tomato juice, spices,
Okay, why on earth do they have a sandwich in this drink? Isn't it a cocktail? What? I'm so confused. This is not tomato soup.
and Worcestershire sauce. It's typically served in a highball glass that's been rimmed with celery salt
Okay, but that doesn't explain the bread. What's up with that?
topped with any number of garnishes, from celery to olives to lime wedges to pickles to even shrimp or bacon. There are
Honestly, though, the clam juice and the tomato, I don't think why you would drink this, but okay.
even versions complete with hot wings and onion rings. So make sure you
Onion rings? Okay, so what's the deal there? You're supposed to dip it? What? I'm so confused by how you're supposed to drink this.
have plenty of room in your belly.
The Caesar really is a national cocktail in Canada by parliamentary decree.
The Caesar was invented
That was a joke, right? It's not an actual government thing.
in
I don't know. With Canadians, I've never know.
1969 by restaurant worker Walter Chell, who was an employee of the Calgary Inn. As the
That's in
inn prepared
Calgary.
to open a new restaurant, Chell was asked to create a cocktail to commemorate the occasion. In 2006,
Why do they have bacon? Are those onions, pickled onions, and olives?
the Caesar was ranked number 13 on the CBC TV show The Greatest Canadian Invention.
Oh my
then
god.
in
Okay, so
2009,
they love this.
it received a rather prestigious honor for its 40th anniversary, as Calgary
Okay.
Mayor David Bronconnier declared that the Thursday before Victoria Day, every May, would be Caesar Day. Later that year,
It's Easter that you're supposed to go and have this cocktail that is not really a cocktail. It looks more like a meal. I'm so confused.
Canada Dry Mott's launched an online petition to make the Caesar the official cocktail of Canada.
Oh, no.
And it would be a fitting distinction, as Canadians order more than 350 million Caesar cocktails every year.
Okay, so this is very popular. This is insane to me.
All we can
The sandwich again. What is that?
say is cheers, but maybe hold the onion rings.
This is crazy.
If you're American, New York is probably the first place you think of when bagels come to mind.
Yeah.
And that would be fair, as the
New York
Big
style
Apple
city bagel.
undoubtedly has some of the best bagels in the world. Chewy but never doughy, beautifully crusted with a glistening sheen, delicately tangy but never overpowering. New
The
York
cream cheese and salmon and gravlax.
bagels have earned their glowing reputation. But upon further investigation and research, you'll discover that they have a worthy rival up north in Montreal.
Okay.
While the two types have
They
their
look good.
similarities, the main difference is in the cooking process.
Oh.
Montreal bagels are first boiled in water that's been sweetened, usually with honey, whereas New York style bagels are boiled without the sweet addition.
Oh, it's sweet because I was about to say I think bagels are boiled in some sort of in beer. I think it's sort of or I think they put something else, but I know they're boiled.
Montreal
I do know
bagels
that.
are also traditionally baked in a wood-fired oven, resulting in a richer,
it's
more
smokier.
flavorful crust. They're often a
I
bit
like it. It's sort of pizza style. That's the oven where they make pizza. I think so. That's good. I want to try them.
smaller than their sometimes massive New York cousins, and they're also traditionally studded with sesame and/or poppy seeds.
Okay.
Another notable
Part of the
difference
course.
is the topping choice. While New Yorkers and lovers of New York-style bagels everywhere tend to top their bagels high with everything from cream cheese to fried eggs to lox, Canadians often enjoy their Montreal bagels plain, without
plain.
adornment at all, with that delicious honey-induced
Okay, but that's weird because you would just eat it. What? You just don't cut it. You don't slice it in half. You just kind of eat it alone. Okay.
sweetness already baked in, any topping would simply be superfluous.
I get it though. Yeah, okay. It's more as in a dessert already. Is it a dessert? It's just something mildly sweet.
And so as a Montrealer, you come to develop this strong attachment to bagels.
There are a lot of sweet treats on this list, and for that reason alone, we're having a difficult time stopping ourselves from booking a one-way ticket to the land of maple syrup. In the meantime, we'll be salivating over our next Canadian confection selection, the tarte à sucre, also known as sugar pie. Simple in all the best
They have several, I think, variations of this. Everything is made of sugar and butter,
ways, this
which I'm not complaining.
dessert happens to be a favorite of Canadian native and top chef judge Gail Simmons. It's filled with a mixture of cream, maple syrup, sugar, and lots of butter, then baked to golden perfection.
Oh my god, looks
As a
pretty.
holiday tradition in Quebec, many
Oh, it's a
French
holiday
Canadian
thing.
families consider the tarte à sucre to be an integral part of their holiday meals. Served at the end of a festive feast, a slice of sugar pie is often topped with a simple, luscious dollop of whipped cream, needing no further
Yeah, because I would assume it's already very sweet.
adornment. To paraphrase a certain classic Motown song, Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, you know that we love you. We can't help ourselves. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite foods are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.
Okay, I think it was incredible, this video, and now I got super hungry. I would have so many of them. The only bad thing is, I want to have them so badly. The beaver tails, I think, again, the name sort of tripped me out for a second because I thought it was an actual sort of, as an ossobuco or something. I don't know, something that sort of, it's an actual piece of meat, and I thought it was a beaver tail, and I was, oh my god, I can't believe they actually, the beavers, I think they're very important to Canada, but I had no idea that they were eating the beavers, and I was, oh my god, I can't believe they eat the beavers, because why would you eat such a small animal? Although, well, I guess you can say the same thing about chickens. Why do people eat chicken if it's such a small thing? I don't know, it just seemed weird to me to have a beaver. So, okay, I'm happy to report, no, it's not an actual thing. They're not eating the animals, they're not eating the actual beavers. Although, again, this is just, I would assume, a very small selection. Maybe they do. Maybe there is some sort of other dish a meal that does use beavers. Hopefully, no. I don't want to know if they're killing the beavers. Please don't tell me. But okay, the beaver tails. I think once I know, it's sort of a cheeky name for a dessert, a pastry that looks delicious. Okay, now I'm sold. I want to have them so incredibly bad. I think my favorite ones were the ones with the Reese's Pieces, and I can't remember what other thing they had, but I love Reese's Pieces, so yeah, of course, that would be my number one choice. I think it was the Halifax thing. I think it was from Halifax. I would be, yes, please sign me up. I would go to Halifax just for that. I don't know if you can only get them in that area, in that region, or maybe you can get them at, I don't know, Vancouver or something else. But okay, yeah, I would definitely make the trip over there. If someone had told me, no, you can only get those special peanut butter and Reese's Pieces chocolate beaver tails in Halifax, I swear to God, I would go there. Yes, of course, I want to have them very badly. I think those look delicious, and also I think the plain ones as well. Plain ones, it's just very sugary, delicious. It looked incredible as well. And I want to know, I've never heard of that sort of restaurant chain. It's called Beaver Tails. Wonder why they sell. I'm guessing they only sell those beaver tails and probably different sort of variations on them. But maybe not. I don't know. Is it like a Dunkies, and they sell obviously a lot of donuts, and they have their little munchkins, and they have their own other things, and they also sell coffee. Is it similar to that? I've never heard of that restaurant, but now I want to know more about it because, yes, I would love to visit it. The other, obviously, maple syrup. Who doesn't love maple syrup? Maple syrup, everything. Yes, put it in everything. I really didn't know, because I thought, okay, so I know that Canadians, obviously, it's a kind of a stereotype, but I think it's true. It's a stereotype for a reason. They do eat a lot of maple syrup. But I think, well, where would you put it? I think obviously in breakfast sort of foods, of course, you would eat pancakes. You would probably put it in eggs. I think it's good. And also for sort of other recipes. But I think because it's more of a, I don't know, it's a companion to other things. But I always wondered, okay, but don't they use this in some other dessert or a meal or a dish? Because obviously you have this large quantities of maple syrup and it's good. But of course you're not going to drink this. Although they showed a clip of someone drinking this. That you wouldn't just drink maple syrup out of a glass. That seems weird. So it's okay. Why wouldn't you? You kind of don't want to waste it, right? So it's good to know. Okay, they do have a tart that uses maple syrup. I've never had anything like that before, but okay, now I want to try it so badly. It looked quite sugary though. It looked very sweet and very overpoweringly sweet because it had the maple syrup, which is already well. It's not always. It's not usually that sweet sometimes. But you obviously it's a tart, it's a dessert, of course, you're gonna have sugar, and then a lot of butter, and then the whipped cream. But yeah, I want to have it. Although apparently it's a special treat for them. They don't constantly sort of offer this. I would assume yes, it's only a sort of a holiday tradition. You wouldn't have this in July probably. But okay, yes, I would love to have it. The poutine, yes, I think I've been so curious about it. I always, because it has gravy, right? But do they also have sort of the meat chunks in it? I think because similar, I don't know. I thought for one of the clips that they were showing us, they kind of had pieces of meat, but I don't know. I maybe there are variations. I always thought it was just the French fries with the cheese curds and the gravy, but no meat. But now I do not know. Do they have some variations? Maybe do have the meat, and maybe some sort of beef or another type of meat, because there was another sort of dish that that food that they were showing us that I think they also had them, but it was more, I think maybe it wasn't Canadian bacon, it was another thing, but they was sort of they also put this in the poutine. So I don't know, but I've always been very interested to know because it looks good. Although again, I don't know if you would have it at a fast food restaurant. Only because, again, isn't that a meal? I think that's already, okay, can I just order a poutine and that's it? I think that's okay, right? I don't think you would be looked at weirdly. I think it would be weirder if you go, oh yeah, give me a poutine, and then another sort of separate, I know you would order, I don't know, the veal, the chicken, I don't know, you would order something else or a pizza. That's weird, right? No, you would have the poutine. That's already its own dish. So if you're in a fast food restaurant as Burger King or McDonald's, you would have a burger or some nuggets and then the poutine to the side. I don't know, it's very weird to me. It's very confusing. But I don't know, I'm not Canadian, so I do not know. The Nanaimo bars, oh my god, they sound so incredibly good. I don't know, because apparently Nanaimo is a place there in Canada. So it's funny that, yeah, they're kind of claiming it and saying, yes, we invented this. I mean, well, yeah, if it is as good as it looks, yes, of course you would also be, yeah, I'm gonna claim this because they look delicious. It's coconut, it's chocolate. Who doesn't love this? Yes, of course, it look delicious. I think you can kind of make it, no, or maybe I don't know if it's readily available at pastries and bakeries maybe, but I don't know, it looks good. I think those they are readily available all year long. I don't think they have this in one specific sort of time period, which I absolutely adore. Yes, they look delicious. I want to have that dessert very badly. The butter tarts, absolutely, everything looks so incredibly good. The Montreal smoked meat, I just think that it's just very, I don't know, they seem, I'm not doubting, obviously the flavor must be incredible. Yes, of course, the whole thing is sort of very smoky and they have this special preparation. And yes, it looks good. Although I think visually it's just very sort of, I don't know, it's just a lot to eat on a sandwich, for instance. It's just, how am I supposed to eat this? It's just a lot. And it's very big. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just sort of, okay, do I just grab a fork and a knife and I just start cutting it? Because it's just, again, it's just a lot. And I don't know if you would put it in other things because it's just, I don't know, the pizza one, I think it's just weird. To me, I think it would be weird to put this on a pizza, but who knows, maybe it's really good. And yeah, I'm sure it's just whatever you want to, whatever fancies your whatever tickles your boat. So who cares? The whole Saskatoon, how was it? This Saskatoon berry pie. They're a special kind of berries. We'd love to try those berries. They look sort of cranberries and yeah, blueberries, but blueberries sort of with a little bit more color. I think they were concerned me a little. They were, because again, I imagine the taste always kind of tart and yeah, sort of a little sweet, obviously when it's in a tart, but I think it's more tart. But there were, I don't know, it's concerned me a little. They were, oh no, they were saying it's a little bit sort of drier. So, okay, then what do you mean drier and more earthy? I don't know. The taste sounds very interesting. I would love to have the berry, obviously the tart, but I would love to have the berry itself just to sort of compare. I'd see how it fares to other berries, as in blackberries, blueberries, and other cranberries and other kind of berries. That although cranberries, I think you wouldn't eat them raw, right? You eat them on a pie. The other thing that I have no idea why it's so popular in Canada. I have no idea why they're trying to declare this the national cocktail, the national Canadian cocktail. They eat this a lot. They drink this a lot. Although, who knows? I'm very confused about the situation. It's the Caesar. I do not understand. I'm sorry. Everything, again, all those foods sound delicious. I would give them an opportunity because they all look good. The Caesar, I have no idea why. I don't know. This is the clam juice. This is, again, Bloody Marys, I think, are very particular, sort of an acquired taste. They're not for everyone. They're certainly not for me. And that's already, well, okay, whatever. But you had the clam juice. No, I'm sorry. That's just a step way too far for me. No, absolutely not. And then they're telling me they also put this. It's not just a celery stick. That's just a normal thing. No, they put onion rings on top, and it's, what am I supposed to do with this? I have no idea. I think it crosses the line between a meal, a cocktail. What am I supposed to do with this? Imagine you order a cocktail and then they bring something. They bring this glass to the table with some bacon, and others have onion rings or an actual sandwich. What am I supposed to do with this? I'd be so confused. I order a cocktail. I'm supposed to drink this. Why is there so many things? Call me crazy, but I don't think cocktails should have onion rings, bacons, or bread on them. I think just, okay, a garnish, as in maybe some onions if you ask for a martini, or olives. Those are normal things, lemon slices. But what on earth? I'm so confused by this. And it's okay. Am I supposed to have this sandwich in the bar? What? I'm so mind blown by this. I could go for hours because I'm just very confused about it. And the fact that it's so incredibly popular, that they drink this, I think in the thousands. Yes, a lot of Canadians are fans of this. It's just, no, my brain does not compute, because what? Am I going to have to eat the bacon? I'm going to have to, and the onion rings? Am I supposed to dip them on this? And then I have to drink the juice? I don't know. That's just disgusting to me. So I'm sorry. All the other dishes, absolutely. That one, no. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.